Football skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Right.
The running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Lacey. Wolfpack will get the first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag goes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Nevada trying to keep the drive moving on second and short. Here's the handoff. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play action.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground and cover to pick up the first. The Wolfpack might think about being aggressive on second and short. The give to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. The Wolfpack just inches away here on third down.
Here we go.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Nevada needs to convert on 3rd and short to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I don't think anybody expected this true freshman to jump in the scene here in college football and just explode the way he has. He has been making big plays week in and week out, and that's why this true freshman is square in the middle of the discussion when we're talking about Heisman Trophy.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
With jet sweep pass. Trying to get it in. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Wants to throw again. Gets it fly. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
With the catch, it's Holman. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Snag in the middle. It's Holman. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Lacey. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You can tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down the 1 Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Cowboys come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Rice. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You've got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Back open in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
And the Cowboys come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wants to keep it in the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Kind of need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job of creating the loss. That linebacker.
And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. Is off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
Catch in the middle. It's Walton. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fakes the grab. Nice getting on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Nevada trying to keep the drive moving on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
Rushes on him. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Lacy. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Wolfpack. A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab over the middle.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback on the ground.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st down. He'll spot it at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. His pace. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner? Taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line.
Rolling, fellas.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle. It's Pace.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's West. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. They're going to run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Nevada set to kick off to start the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain, so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo.
He's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate.
Touchdown, Cowboys! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Ohio State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. the gun. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. Getting a sack right away, the opening play in the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they're able to make the tackle.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays happen.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. As a wide receiver in that debate is special, this dude is special.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Lacey. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Boom to the ground with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the defense.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Complete out of the backfield. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Face the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Crosses the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the court.
Unloads it downfield. He's got it inside the 15. Launches into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive. The first play that can get you going. QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Nevada way behind the sticks on this 3rd down play. These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Walton. He won't get there, it'll bring up 4th down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour.
There he goes. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done.
Into the secondary on the right. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
You don't see a ton of wide receivers come in as true freshmen and just take over the game and be the best player on the field. Man, he's done that as a true freshman. It's been amazing to watch, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy hunt as a receiver, which is not a normal thing. So it kind of shows you what kind of potential he has. He can win it as a freshman. He can win it as a sophomore. Shoot, he can win it as a junior. This guy has unbelievable talent.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw it. Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Nevada. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense. Back in the ball game. Now we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now how do we get this stopped? Now the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just on fire. Maryland just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in College Park. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Great place to start for this offense. They want to run it left here. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out work hard in practice and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.